Again, good morning, church, and Merry Christmas. Okay. So, now we've got all our volunteers and all our bells. It's a very special day. Today our subject, by the way, is Jingle All the Way. So, there's a very special day coming up in 3 days, on Wednesday. Who knows what that is? I bet you all do. Christmas. Christmas. That's right. Christmas Day. What do you all like most about Christmas? Me too.
And always, guys, you always have to wrap them up before you can take them out. Let me rip them open.
What else do you like about Christmas?
I like how everyone else has no open. I like about Christmas that it's God's birthday.
Amen.
I like to light up the star of the tree.
Very nice. Oh, what's it?
I like to visit my family different.
Amen. Amen.
How about Christmas songs? Anybody like Christmas songs?
Yeah.
Okay. This morning, we brought something that we see and hear a lot during the Christmas season. Bells. That's right, bells. Each of you has a necklace with a bell on it. Did you know that bells are rung during Christmas to announce the arrival of the season and to proclaim the birth of Christ? You know that? That's pretty good. Okay, that's good. Well, what I'd like everyone to do is I'd like you to ring your bell and we're going to sing a song together along with the big kids. Okay?
All the old know where to.
Okay? This is just the first verse. We're going to sing Jingle Bells. Are we ready?
Yeah. Well, you guys
Ring your bell. Ring your bell. Let's sing at the same time. All right, ready? All right. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one open sleigh. Very nice. Very good, little kids. Good job, little kids. Good job, little kids. Very nicely done. Now, wasn't that a happy sound?
Yeah.
Was that happy?
Yes.
Yes. The joyful sound of the bells remind us that Christmas is a happy time, right? It's a happy time because it's a time to celebrate the birth of Jesus, the Son of God.
Yes. So look closely at your bells. Everybody look closely. Do you know what gives that bell that joyful sound? Anybody else who's answered? Please ask an answer, please. What gives the bell a sound? What makes it make that sound? You know? Maybe? Yes? No? Okay.
There's a little ball in there.
There's a little ball inside, right?
Yeah, and there's also a little sound to it.
Yes. Yes. That's right. It's a little ball. Inside there's a tiny ball that makes the ringing sound when it bounces against the inside of the bell. Our joy comes from the inside too. It comes from having love for Jesus in our hearts. The Bible says that even though we haven't seen Jesus, we believe in him and love him. And because of that love, we are filled with glorious joy.
Okay. So let's try another little exercise. I want each of you to hold your bell tightly in your hand. Make a fist. Cover the bell with a fist. Okay? Hold it tightly. Now, shake it in your hand. What happens? You don't hear much. Doesn't jingle the same way.
Yeah, it's harder, but yeah.
Right, doesn't jingle the sound, right? Well, why do you think that happens? Right, you hold it tight. Why do you think that happens?
The sound has no
Good answer. That's right.
Because there's lines here, and then when you color them, the sound tips.
That's right. What do you know? Okay. You all have it.
You can't vibrate because your hand's covering it.
That's right. Yeah. You all are so smart. You all have really good answers. You know all the answers. You know all the answers. They all are absolutely right. Our hands can dampen the sound of the bell. It's no longer bright and joyful. It's dull and lifeless. Right? Does that describe the sound? So we must be careful that we don't let anything dampen our joy at Christmas time. Sometimes we get caught up in gifts and parties that we miss the real joy of the season. Right? It's important to remember that the reason we go to parties and give gifts during the Christmas season is to share in the joy of Jesus' birthday. Yes. So, if the gifts and the parties become the most important thing, then we'll no longer bring out the true meaning of Christmas. Right? So, when that happens though, and it does happen to all of us sometimes, right? It does happen to all of us sometimes. But when that happens, I'd like you all to turn your bell upside down and just look at it. Turn your bells upside down and just look at it. Okay? But what else do you see? Turn it like this. What else do you see? Turn it like this. Like this? Yeah? Something else that we're missing. What is the shape that we see? Okay.
Well, you can see that there's a little surface around it.
Okay. All right. But we want you to look a little bit deeper. If you turn the bell upside down and look at it, the shape is actually a small cross.
Oh yeah, it is.
So, the small cross helps remind us that Jesus Christ is still the source of the real joy of Christmas. All right? Okay? So let's remember to look a little deeper. Okay? And remember what the true source of the season is. Okay? Now, let's have our two volunteers read the scriptures. And one volunteer say our prayer.
So it says, though you have not seen him, you loved him, and even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy.
Dear Lord, bless us jingle our bells to remind us to ring out the good news that Jesus is born. Amen.
Amen.
So, you have a small gift bag for each of you. What? Now, the gift has one big candy cane for each of you and one smaller candy cane to share. Once you receive your bag, you all come around and come and get your bag. Once you receive your bag, I want you all to shake your bag and ring your bell all the way back to your seats. Share your joy. Okay? All right. Thank you all for coming up and seeing us today. All right?
Don't open your bags until after church.